What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day and week. Today we got Pablo Honey from Radiohead, album from 1993. So people talk about this album like it's a stinking pile of shit. I've seen people say it's not worth reacting to. Um, yeah, people seem to pretty very clearly say this is the worst Radiohead album, and that like I said, it wasn't even worth reacting to. But I am going to react to it because we've listened to literally every other studio album from them. This is the last one I have to do. Don't have to do, but I'm choosing to do. And I just feel like it would be weird to not react to this. Even if it's something I'm okay with reacting to the album. Like I'm not trying to be a channel where I gotta listen to records that I only am gonna love. I think this will still be an interesting first listen, especially since I have heard every other studio album from them. I'm curious to see if I agree that this is the worst project or if there's stuff I like. I have heard none of it besides Creep. Kind of hard to not hear Creep. That's one of their most popular songs ever. I don't know if I've actually heard Creep all the way through, but I've definitely heard like that, like that chorus section of it. And so yeah, we're just gonna see how this thing goes. Yeah, let's just give it a start here. So we'll start with the first track. We have You to open this thing up. Let's go. Right off the bat, I'll say that's a grunge group we don't hear from them super often. I like that little drum part. Nice riff. Tom sounds weird on this. I like the instruments on this so far. Whoa. Okay, so that's You. I thought the guitar and drum parts were cool. I like that little pounding kind of like drum section there. Um, One thing you definitely notice right off the bat is the production, like the mixing of it, is definitely not as good as what we would hear later on. That's kind of what I would expect from the first entry into their discography from the early '90s here. Tom's vocal delivery definitely sounds different. Like his voice sounds a little deeper, and just the way he sings obviously is a little bit different as well. But I liked the guitar parts here. The song, like it's not like a super remarkable song. This is the best part to me right here. But I still like it. There's a lot of energy to it. Like I said, kind of the little breaks there, like kind of give it a little bit more character. I like the delicate thing going on in the background here. I think that's a totally fine first track. Yeah, like I said, it's not like the most craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, but it's a fine first track. Pretty solid listen. So, okay, next we got Creep. Like I said, I've heard that chorus of Creep, but I don't think I've ever heard the song all the way through, so let's give it a shot. I recognize this riff too, of course. Bass is very upfront.
When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry.
I think the vocal delivery on the song is great. It fits very well.
Like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special.
Those stabs are iconic. I've never heard this part of it. I like this tremolo picking. You know what's cool? Through all that chaos, I can still hear the bass pumping through very, very well. Like I was saying, I think the tremolo picking, this kind of section that I've never heard, is a cool addition to the song. I didn't know Tom's vocals go into this kind of register in this song too. I'm just used to hearing that earlier delivery.
Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow.
Oh wow, I had no idea there was piano at the end of this.
What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Yeah, so in my opinion, definitely the star of the show in that song is Tom with the vocal delivery. Something about the I wish I was special delivery is so like it's iconic, obviously, because this song has been super famous for a long time. But something about it, I don't know. It is the star of the track for me. I don't know what it is because it's like the delivery isn't. It just matches the tone of the music so well. I think it kind of captures the emotion of what he's going for so well that it makes it unique and instantly recognizable from other tracks. Obviously, like the like I said, those stabs that come in right before the chorus is also very iconic. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me why this song blew up. Is it reinventing the wheel? No, but it's a solid listen. And like I said, it was cool to see the other parts of it, like that piano part and kind of where his voice goes into that different register later on. There's more to the track than I knew about. So yeah, Creep's a solid song. It's nothing super insane, but it's a fun track for sure. Okay, let's keep it going. We got How Do You up next.
He's very twisted. He knows what he wants. He wants to be looked at. He wants to belong.
Is this fun?
He wants to listen. He wants us to read. Then he was a stupid baby, turned into a powerful freak. But
I like this chorus. Yeah, I really like this chorus. That's another groove we don't hear often. Okay, that's another fun track there. Very high energy. Like I said, I really like the chorus. I even like the verse. It's got a very high energy kind of fun vibe to it. A lot of it so far sounds like a more rough version of the Bends, right? Like again, they're not reinventing the wheel. Their song structure is pretty straightforward, but they're fun tracks. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe this thing will go off the rails, but so far I'm just not seeing why this was like why it gets talked down on so bad. Like it's not reinventing the wheel. It's not like mind blowing, but it's a fine album. This doesn't like none of these songs are bad. I don't think. Yeah, it's a fun little record to listen to. Fun start to the record. So let's keep it going. I mean, I wonder, like, do I have anything else? Yeah, I like the delivery on the vocals here too, and it's kind of matching up with that guitar riff. Yeah, it's just a fun listen. We'll keep it going. Okay, we got Stop a Whispering up next.
And the wise man said, "Don't wanna hear your voice." And the thin man said, "I don't wanna hear your voice." And the curse in me, and they won't let me be. And there's nothing to say, and there's nothing to do. Stop whispering, start shouting.
I have to say, the mastering on this album, like, or maybe it's just something with my app, but I swear to God, the volume is kind of fucked up on this album. Like the first track sounded kind of quiet, so I turned it up on Spotify. The next track became way too loud, and then I turned it back down. And now this track sounds like way quieter than everything so far. I don't know if that's just the album again, or I don't know. It's been weird.
Stop whispering, start shouting.
This is a pleasant guitar riff.
And my mother said we spit on the sun some more. And the building said we spit on your face some more. And the feeling is that there's something wrong, 'cause I can't find the words, and I can't find the signs. Stop whispering, start shouting. Stop whispering, start shouting.
More octaves, cool. I like the snare rolls with that. Very watery guitar. That's cool. Oh, was not expecting that. cool outro. It's kind of cool. We never heard that kind of drum outro from them with the. Okay. I think this part of the song is really pleasant. I think this is a good riff. I like what the drums are doing here. Yeah, that little wet guitar riff that comes in along with it, cool. It's very cool. Yeah, I like the first half of that song with the riffing. I think the switch into this kind of like, I don't know, is it like halftime kind of feel? Is cool too. I think the only real problem with the song is I don't think it has to be 5.5 minutes in my opinion. Like if they took that first half and kind of squished things down a little bit into like a 4-minute song, it would be better. It's probably my least favorite so far just because I think it does linger too long. However, I do really like this opening section. I think this is cool. Yeah, not reinventing the wheel, slightly generic, but pleasant to the ears. It just didn't need to be a 5.5 minute song, in my opinion. So if they could have shrunk it a little bit, it would be better. Least favorite so far. I don't think I could go as far to say it's a bad song. I think the songwriting definitely sounds more amateur compared to where they end up. Yeah, so that would kind of be my first impressions on that one. But we will keep it going. The next one we got is Thinking About You.
Been thinking about you, your red coats are here, your eyes on my wall, your teeth are over there, but I'm still no one, and you're not a star. What do you care? Been thinking about you, and there's no rest. Should I still love you, still see you in bed, but I'm playing with myself. What do you care when the other men are far, far better? All the things you got, all the things you need. Who bought you cigarettes? Who bribed the company to come and see you, honey?
All right, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of envy and jealousy in these lyrics so far.
I've been thinking about you, so how can you sleep? These people aren't your friends, they're paid to kiss your feet. They don't know what I know, and why should you care when I'm not there? And there's no rest. Should I still love you, still see you in bed, but I'm playing with myself. Why do you care when I'm not there? All the things you got that you'll never need, all the things you got, I bled and I bleed to please you.
Oh, it's kind of an abrupt end. Okay, so that's Thinking About You. So, just reading the lyrics, I could understand why Tom would write this song. As far as musically, I don't find it super interesting. We're just kind of staying on that same thing. The delivery isn't super interesting. Thankfully it doesn't linger on super long, but that one's probably my least favorite. I mean, this is just like, for someone else, they might like this a lot. It's just this is not a type of song I gravitate towards generally.
When the other men are far, far better. All the things you I've been
Like the acoustic riff isn't super crazy or inventive or interesting. It's just, I mean, how many times have we heard a riff like this?
about you. So how can you sleep? These people aren't your friends. They're paid to kiss your feet. They don't know.
So it's just fine. I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, as far as Radiohead songs go, that one just doesn't have so many crazy ideas. Um, you know, you let me know though, like, is this one of your favorites on the album? Does this one do something for you? For me, I'm not really feeling it. I can't say it's bad. I can't say it's bad. It's just not for me. And like I said, it's the good thing is they keep it short and sweet on that one. So okay, we'll keep it moving. We got Anyone Can Play Guitar. So let's give that a try. Tasty bass. Cool guitar too. Yeah, cool intro.
Destiny, destiny, protect me from the world. Destiny, hold my hand, protect me from the world. Here we are, without running and confusion, and it don't seem no confusion anywhere.
They really love doing these octaves on the earlier albums. Oh, weird little tempo change.
I've been standing on the beach with my guitar. I wanna be the band when I get to heaven. Anyone can play guitar, they won't be nothing anymore.
Nice, I like this. Yeah, that's a sick.
Grow my hair and Jamerson. Grow my hair. I wanna be Jim Morrison.
The fucking delivery. What is that?
Here we are, without running and confusion, and I don't see no confusion anywhere. And if the world does turn, and if London burns, I'll be standing on a beach with my guitar. I wanna be the band when I get to heaven. Anyone can play guitar, they won't be nothing anymore.
All right. Anyone Can Play Guitar. That might be my favorite one so far. I really like that heavier riff that kicked in. I like the tempo changes. Like I said, this intro is really cool. Yeah, it's like the parts are more distinct, right? The song is closer to a Journey song The actual parts that are being written are a little less generic, and since there are some switch ups, it gives the song more character overall, in my opinion, instead of just like, if it is like two ideas in one song that are generic, then it feels very generic. Now these parts aren't super inventive, but since it feels like there's like 3 to 4 different ones, and like a cool instrumental intro, it gives more character to this compared to what we've heard, in my opinion.
And it don't seem no confusion.
I like the octaves.
I'll be standing on the beach with my
I like the tempo changes. Like I said, obviously this part is sick. I really like this riff. Again, it's not crazy. It's just because we have a couple different ideas, it gives more character. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite one so far. I think that's a pretty cool track. It's a fun track. It's a fun album so far. But yeah, I understand it's not super. It is derivative, but I don't think this is like bad. Especially this song in particular was pretty cool. So okay, we'll keep it going. We got Ripcord up next.
so destroyed with clever toys for little brains. It's inevitable, it's so destroyed. You feel until you try, you feel till you've had enough, and you don't understand.
Okay, I like this too.
Airplane, do I mean what I mean? It's inevitable.
I like the build up and breakdown aspect. Yeah, I like these drum parts. And this riff is cool. Kind of gives it like a thrashy vibe. All right, I really like the outro there too. I like the overall energy of that song. Had a real good energy, kind of like that. I don't know how to describe it. Almost got like a punk rocky kind of vibe to it in that guitar riff there. I like the build up and breakdown aspect of it. Yeah, just a real good energy. That's one of the better ones on this album too, I would say. Yeah, I like the drum beat there too. I think it matches well and gives a lot of space for that guitar riff to breathe. Yeah, that's a fun track. Ripcord. I like it. I definitely like it. We'll keep it moving. We got Vegetable up next. I like the dueling guitars in each ear here.
I never wanted any broken bones. Scarred face, no home. Your words surround me and asphyxiate. And I burn all hate. Every time you're running out of me.
So I'll pause and just, thought I was having about this song of the album in general is Tom definitely has not developed his vocal style yet. It sounds like on this album, it's more derivative of the time. It doesn't have a lot of the, the moments that are like his signature style yet. He seems to be more fitting into what was going on around the time of this album. Hasn't really developed that signature sound yet, which is what we would expect on a debut album. But it's interesting to see, and it does kind of contribute to the more generic vibe, because I think one of the most iconic things about Radiohead is Tom's vocals. I don't really hear other bands with his vocal style. It stands out. And so since that hasn't developed quite as much yet, it contributes to the more generic and derivative sound here, along with just the overall songwriting. Like I said, I'm enjoying this, but it is, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it is still pleasant. Even this song has been pleasant so far, so we'll keep it going. Kind of tasty break right there. All right. Won't give too many thoughts there. Yeah, it's just a pleasant thing. There's a lot of like classic rock influence in the guitar in that one. It's just very, it's got that type of guitar tone to it. Pleasant chorus here. I definitely feel the youth in this album, just in the overall feelings that are being displayed musically and in the lyrics. Yeah, pleasant song. I'm kind of repeating myself a lot, but that's just where a lot of these songs are sitting. They're not super crazy. And another thing I have noticed is they haven't developed the atmosphere that we see on later albums. Even it comes into the bends a lot more as far as, background sounds and building a soundscape, like a large soundscape. Obviously, they end up mastering that later on. They become one of the best. But we don't really hear that on this album almost at all. I thought the dueling, I call it dueling guitar. They're not really dueling. It's just two different guitar riffs in each ear that comes on earlier. That was cool. That little, it almost sounds like a legato type riff, but it's not really. That was really a nice addition. Some ear candy. So they had some ear candy in here, but a pretty straightforward song. Easy listening. Enjoyed it. Not mind blown, but I enjoyed it. We'll keep it going. Only got a few more left here. We got Prove Yourself next.
Can't afford to breathe in this town. Nowhere to sit
Nice. Oh, I love this. Yeah, this one's cool. That reminds me of something that they do later on. What? They do something. What? Hold on. That. Where does that? That like that shows up somewhere else in their discography in a slightly different way. There's like something on OK Computer that sounds like that, I think. Is it Subterranean Homesick Alien that I'm thinking of? There's like a part that sounds kind of similar. It's like different but similar. It brought me right to there. Anyways, doesn't really matter. We'll keep listening. I like the little bends in there. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. I like this rhythm guitar riff that's in the back. It's pretty quiet, but it's there. Okay, that's Prove Yourself. I really enjoy that. I like the way that it starts off really soft and breaks into that chorus. Yeah, that's a super cool, powerful, kind of surprising transition. Yeah, that's one of my favorites on the album. Just a really fun vibe. It doesn't stay too long. Again, we got tasty guitar in kind of like the main chorus here, and the little licks and stuff they add in as well. I really like that. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Fun track. Probably one of my favorites on the album so far. So that was fun. We'll keep it moving. We got I Can't.
Please forget the words that I just blurted out. It wasn't me, it was a stranger creeping down. It keeps rattling my cage, and there's nothing in this world will keep it down.
Yeah, I don't have too many thoughts on this one because it is, you know, it's like it's not doing anything crazy. It's just fine. It's pleasant. It's a pleasant sounding song. It just sounds like 1,000 other songs. This is cool. All right. That's I Can't. I'm going to pull it back for a second. That might be the most generic song we've heard yet. And it kind of reminded me of something. Like I listen to a lot of like indie rock music. And one thing I'll catch, sometimes I'll be shuffling through, just like recommended indie rock songs. And I'll find something and it'll be pleasant to the ears. And I'm about to add it into a playlist. But then I'm like, this song sounds like so many other just like middling indie rock songs. It's not doing anything special. There's nothing that stands out. It's just like, it's like indie slop almost. Like it's pleasant. You can listen to it. It's not bad, but it's not doing anything particularly special. And then I stop. I'm like, you don't need to have fucking 100 songs in here that follow the same structure and sound and vocal delivery and do nothing special, because then your playlist is just going to be full of just like very middling indie rock songs. Pablo Honey is very similar to me in that regard, where it's just a bunch of songs that are not bad. They actually, a lot of them are pleasant. They're just not doing anything particularly special. It sounds very derivative of the time. A lot of it is generic, but it's still pleasant is kind of like the weird part of that. I don't hear anything that's like really bad on here besides like I said, maybe which one was it which one was it now? I thinking about you, it's not, thinking on you is like bordering on like kind of bad, bordering, like I said earlier. I don't know if I could straight up call it bad, just maybe not for me. But especially with this song, you could feel it. It's just, I just feel like I've heard things like this a million times. But I can't say it's bad, and it is easy listening. It's nice to listen to. It just doesn't blow your mind. So that's kind of my thoughts on this album so far and this song. But we still have a few left. We have Lurgee up next, so we'll go ahead and give that a spin.
Better
Very similar to what I was saying about the last song. Just pleasant, kind of generic, but pleasant. I kind of like this atmospheric outro, and we have like some backup vocals, or not backup, but we have some kind of spacey vocals in the back too. That's like one of the first hints of atmosphere I feel like we get on this album from them. Very short and sweet song. Not a lot of ideas in it, just straightforward. I think the outro is the star of this track. Like I said, I like the atmosphere we kind of start to capture. In the end there, kind of very basic but nice sounding little guitar kind of riff there. Yeah, just pleasant, easy listening. Neither here nor there, just a solid little track there. We only have one more left. We got Blowout as the final track here. So let's see, did they save something special in store for the last one, or are we just going to kind of follow a similar pattern? Let's see. All right, this is already interesting to me. I don't know what that high pitch thing is in the background, but I really like this riff. Just a tasty little intro. Nice. This reminds me more of modern, or core Radiohead. Almost like House of Cards or something. At least that part. I like this riff. Fun little progression. I think this is one of the better songs so far. This does have more character to it. Okay, they really break it down here. Nice fill. Wow. I love we can still feel the bass. Nice drum change. Or just cymbal change. Yeah, cool. I mean, cool outro. You know, kind of harsh, but it's different. It's a change up from the rest of the album for sure. Okay, so that's Blowout. So I think that's really interesting. They did end up breaking from this kind of traditional song structure. It feels like a foreshadowing because so many later Radiohead songs follow kind of this thing with these like catchy, cleanish intros and no real like traditional like verse chorus, where they just kind of go and do their own thing, and these long atmospheric outros and just more atmosphere in general, like those larger soundscapes we see later on. We saw on this track. This has an argument for being the best song on the album for sure. Really love this intro. Love these clean riffs right here. The drums have a lot of nice switch ups as well. Yeah, that sounds so much more like where they end up. It's just interesting that they just have like one or two songs like this on the album, and then like for this and the Bends, it's so more like traditional. But then this sounds like what Radiohead becomes later on. Like I said, that this first part really reminds me of almost like House of Cards, kind of. Yeah, that's definitely one of the better ones on the track list, if not the best one. And so that closes out Pablo Honey. So, wow, it's crazy that Creep has 3 billion streams. So I like that album more than I was expecting. Like I said, the way people talk about this record is like it's a stinking pile of shit, and that's not what I get from this album. It is generic. It is derivative. A lot of the songs sound the same. A lot of the riffs are things we were hearing from this time or even like before. They're not like super inventive or they have not developed their Radiohead signature sound or character yet, pretty much in all facets, right? Like Tom's vocals are not where they end up later on. He hasn't developed that signature style. It is derivative. He doesn't have as many dynamic changes in his voice. He doesn't really sing the lines. He doesn't give like those really unique deliveries that we see later on. It's a safer album. The song structure, again, it's like the Bends for these first two albums, very verse, chorus, bridge, outro, a lot more straightforward. The riffs don't like. It's like I was saying with the indie rock song comparison thing. Like it's the riffs are they're not super unique. They sound like a lot of stuff from this time. All that being said, it's pleasant. It's pleasant. I think I was coming in here with the way people were talking about this album, like there was going to be some legitimately bad songs, like legitimately horrific music. That's the way some people in the comments made it sound to me. And I don't think there's really a bad song. Like I said, Thinking About You is bordering on an actual bad song. In my opinion, obviously, I don't think there's any objectivity for that, just in my opinion. but like nothing's bad. It's just generic. It's just generic and derivative. But it's pleasant to listen to. It's fun for a lot of it. There's still a lot of energy on this track. It's not a sleepy album. Um, especially with like the clean guitar parts, I think are pretty damn generic. But I do like a lot of the distorted parts. It is missing some of the soundscape and atmosphere, that build up of background vocals and guitar and like piano. Like there's not too much piano on this album at all. So we are missing a lot of that signature sound from them. But I can't say this is like some horrible album or anything. It's pleasant listening. It's like elevator rock music. It's it's nothing's gonna stand out super duper hard. But it's not bad. Like I said, Blowout is probably my favorite. I think this one was good too, right? Yeah, this one was fine. Like this part, like I said, that's the thing. There's a lot of moments on this album I feel like, oh, I've heard a million times on other songs. But there could be worse things to be hearing, you know? There could be really failed experiments that don't work, and that's not what I'm getting. It's just generic. It's fine, but generic. This intro is sick. A little derivative, but it's sick. Yeah, this song's sick. This one was really cool. Prove Yourself I liked a lot. I think Ripcord, yeah, this is a cool little intro. So that's kind of how I feel about it. I think my hot take on my first impression would be, this is not the worst Radiohead album. It's the most generic. I do not think this is the worst Radiohead album. I still think I enjoyed listening to this more than The King of Limbs. Because like for me, like The King of Limbs, that first half of that album, I don't like it all. I just find it like pretty fucking boring. Like, let's pull it up. Let's pull up The King of Limbs. And that's kind of the thing I mentioned in the Ben's video, is like, just because, like, it's like some people feel like the more ambitious record is always the better thing, just for trying something different. And I don't necessarily agree. The King of Limbs is more ambitious than Pablo Honey, without a doubt. I just don't think what they went for landed for me. Like, people like this song. I don't like Feral. Like, this song, we just stay here. And nothing happens, in my opinion. Nothing happens in this song. Like, literally nothing happens in that song. And to me, that's a worse offense. Like, I would rather listen to something generic and derivative, but is pleasant and still has change, than like stuff like this. I remember Bloom kind of felt that way too. Now, I understand for someone else, they might really like the more atmospheric ambient vibe that the King of Limbs goes for. But for me, that did not work out. I think that's the worst Radiohead record. Pablo Honey would probably be the second worst, just because they have so much good stuff. But I don't think this is bad. It's just generic. You know, I just keep repeating myself, but that's what it is. It's just generic. They haven't really found their sound yet. But it wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. Yeah, just not super crazy highs, but easy listening. Is there stuff I would come back to listen to? Probably, like I said, Prove Yourself, Blowout, Ripcord. I mean, Creep is iconic. If that comes on, I'll listen to it. Yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised with this album. I'm glad I spent the time to go through it and do a reaction to it. But you guys let me know. Do you think this is the worst album? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your favorite songs on here? What's your least favorite? What are your thoughts on how it's sonically different it is? Do you appreciate that? Or do you just kind of wish, you know, you just like the other stuff was more? You wish they gave you another record in that type of style? Yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys think. Like I said, a lot of people have left their comments, but for this video, I'm sure there'll be more of a discussion. So let me know what you think. As always, thank you for watching. This was a fun listen. And I'm curious to see what you all think. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.